Hey folks, Tim aka Turbo B here. I'm just going to cover in this mini video the XTAR S1 during simulated camping usage. I say simulated, I'm actually camping, but I can't possibly cover every single scenario that one may potentially use a light for. So in this one, again, as with the other videos, just to give you a rough idea of how it would feel like to use a flashlight in lieu of a headlamp. So with that said, I'm going to shut off the LED Lenser H7. Grab the S1, put it into preset mode, which I had set to the lowest available setting, and as you can see, whoa, that's a wee bit bright for dark adapted eyes use. Right, look around for something around the tent. Shine it a little lower because I do have people around me that I want to shine into their tents, considering how bright this is. Right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get out on the trail. Right, so I guess similar to the TN31, there is a pretty intense hotspot with the transition to the spill, but not as bad as the TN31. So with that said, this is that little clearing right before the path. I'm going to use this one hand to pop it up into full mode. Okay. And put it back into low mode to navigate the trail. Again, even on the lowest mode, probably a little bit overkill for dark adapted eyes, but at least this gives you an idea of what it feels like in actual use. So coming to the clearing again, to that tree where I took the beam shots at 40 feet. That's the trees off in the distance, so even on the lowest mode, pretty decent throw on this guy that I could actually get there. I'm going to bump this up to the highest mode. Okay, so this is probably actually a bit brighter than what I'm seeing in real life. There is still a little bit mist going on, so perhaps that's a little bit feedback into the camera, but I'm going to go ahead and shine it up there at the top of the trees. Okay, shine around. A little wee bit bright, so I'm going to bump it back down. Okay, get back onto the trail. So the foggy profile allows me to easily see the entire path, but again, the hot spot is potentially a little bit bright and intense versus the spill. But since this is the lower setting you can go, one would just simply have to deal with it. Okay, it's a little clearing here. Get back onto the little trail, head back to the tent. So that's the thing, this has a very, very wide beam profile and still pretty bright, so one would need to be mindful not to shine into other people's tents. Okay. Headed back to the tent. I guess potential use to set up your tent, but again, fairly bright. Alright, it's going back inside the tent. One more final pass around the tent. Okay, and that concludes